Hi everyone. Welcome back to C programming. In this session, we try to learn about the program which can actually find whether the given number is prime or not. Before we embark upon any programming and to try to find or try to solve any problem, we should understand that how to solve conventionally. Suppose if a number is given to you, how to find out whether it is prime or not. So what is the nature of the prime number? So a prime number is one. The definition goes like this: a prime number is one which is divisible by one and by itself. So if it is divisible by any other number other than 1 and itself, then we can consider that as not a prime number. So that's the idea behind a prime number, and we try to figure out how to go about it. This can be achieved in a normal programming statements, or we can write a small a user-defined function to do that, to check whether a given number is prime or not. Simply supply the number through the keyboard and then give it to the prime function to check whether it is going to uh, check whether it is prime or not. That's the idea. Anyway, so what we need to do is we need to declare and define. So declaration is prime. That means this is the, or you can simply call it as prime if you want. There is no problem. So we are actually, you can see that here, uh, before we include the header files, whatever the user defined function we are going to use in a particular program has to be declared over here. So what is the type of the um, data it is going to return? This particular function is prime is the name of the function, and inside the parenthesis, what are the different kinds of parameters that it can deal with, so it can handle. So only data type is enough to mention. Suppose if there is more than one, you can put comma and then say int. So that means it can handle two integer values. Right now it should handle only one, so int is enough. And then what is it is going to return? It is going to return the integer value. So that's the idea. Then as normal, we have included this particular header files, htdoc and thing. And anyway, uh, so now we should start writing the program. When we start writing the program, so before we write main function, of course every C program should contain that. We should what has been declared prior to the include header files. So we need to define so what it does. That means what is it is supposed to do. So like this. So all the functional statement should be within this, and it should handle parameter. What is that parameter? That parameter of integer data type, and the name can be later declared. Anyway, so we have to keep this separate. So all the statements goes over here. So all the statement that will be able to find whether the given number is a prime or not, we have to include over here. Now coming back to, anyway, this is not required, so we'll see. um, we have to write the function which is main function is very important, without which C program will never work. And then within which we need to have this get ch for stopping the output and then visualizing the output on the screen, of course. So we need an integer variable to read a number, so that is int n. So as simple as that, and then clear the screen. Of course we'll come back to that for the definition so later. And if we try to compile, you see that it is success, and then save this with a name, of course. And then we try to figure out, so what should be the next. Of course, we need to read this from the keyboard. We'll try to read, and before we read, we have to get the information about what we have supposed to enter as a value. So enter a number. Okay, so put the cursor in the next line, and then of course scanf is another input function which will enable us to read from the keyboard. So of course, because it is integer data type, percentage %d is the conversion factor, so which we can use for reading that value from the keyboard, and then put that into the variable name, that is n over here. So we try to compile this, save this, and then compile this, and then run that. So enter a number, say 12. So it will read. Okay, it is reading, no issues. And then once you read, so you have to check whether it is a prime number or not. So how to check? So if condition, and then if it is true, so then printf that this is a prime number. So the percentage %d is a prime number. Put that slash n, and then put comma over here, and then put n. Else, so put the same thing. Of course, control K B and control KK, and of course control KC. Control K is to remove this. Is not a prime number, but so checking is not mentioned over here. So what is that? If this condition is true, so that means whatever that is being written, if this is true, so that means it can be 1. If it is 0, then it will go to else part. So that means 1 or 0, 1 or 0 should be here. So that can be returned by is prime. So it's a function, user defined function. But what we are supposed to give before we return, it returns, we are supposed to give a number. What has been read to the keyboard, that is n. So like this, if we write, and then of course that should be clearly defined. So before the main. So what is going to return? It is going to return an integer value. What is the name of the function? Is prime. And then what it will take as a parameter? So it will take an integer, which I simply call it as a temporary name called x, because whenever you pass it on, you need to use another variable name to receive the value from the calling function. So actually, by mentioning the name here and then passing the parameter, so is called as calling the function. So the control will be returned over here, so to this position, and then we have to define how it has to find out whether a number is prime or not. So we'll see how to write this function over here, so whether it can really find out as a prime or not. So then the number n is being received by x variable over here. It's a separate domain. It will check. It is like giving somebody, you check whether this particular note is okay or not, it's valid or invalid, like that. So here we are giving away a number called n, so whatever the value, and to the is prime function, and this is prime is like a servant which actually finds out whether the given number is prime or not. It has got its own methodology. That methodology we have to write. So before we start checking it out, so we need another variable, so very important. So that I call it as I, that's a counter anyway. Once we do that, then I am going to check over here. uh, Just a minute. Okay. How to check whether this x is equal to 0, because I may enter 0 as the value. So I may enter even 1 as the value. So then for every possible condition, it has to check if x is 0 or if x is 1. That means all the two conditions are being checked over here. If any one is true, then uh, you should not check for 0 and 1 as a prime number, because 1 is always divisible by itself and 1 is also divisible by 1, and 0 so is also divisible by 1. Then you know that what it returns is 0 only. So that is why you should not check for 0 and 1. So you have to check beyond 1. So that means that is 2. So that is why if this is found to be 0, I mean 0 or 1, if this is found to be true, then simply return 0. So indicating that this is not a prime number. Else we have to go through, keep checking this particular number, whether it any number could able to divide this given number other than itself by itself or 1. So how to do that? We have to get into a loop, it's a for loop. So I change the value or dividing that x value from starting with 2, and then I go on dividing this until uh, x by 2. That means half the way is enough. Definitely it will get you whether it is divisible by or not, and then keep on incrementing one by one. So this is the kind of condition for loop, and then of course it will have its own statement to be handled. So what are those statement? So if this particular number modulus I, that means it is divisible, it's going to divide all the values from starting with I is equal to 2 and less than the half the way of the whatever the number we enter. So until then you keep dividing this number and checking it for 0. If the remain happens to be 0, that means it is divisible by that number, so any other number. So then also it is not going to be a prime, so then return 0. So otherwise, so you can simply return that it is not divisible by any other number other than by itself and 1. Okay. So if this is going to be true, definitely it will return 1. And then this will actually do the job. So it will be written here. Control will be transferred back here. And if it is 0, it is going to execute the else part. Otherwise, it will be, if it is true, then it's definitely a prime number. So let me save this and then try to compile this. So you see that it's a success, and then we will try to run. Enter a number. Let me enter 3, because 3 is a prime number. You can see that 3 is a prime number. Similarly, we try to enter 5. 5 is also prime number. Similarly, we try to enter 7. So, yes. So, it is working fine. 11. Yes. Until we enter a non-prime number, say 10. It's not a prime number. Yes. That's working fine. So, quickly, I hope you understood this. Anyway, you know that this is achieved by testing a number whether it's prime or not through user defined function. Always user defined function should be declared prior to the include files. The preprocessor statement which are hash include whatever the header file. So int is the return type, the data it is going to return, it's going to be an integer. And then is prime is the name of the function, and it can handle only one parameter, that is of type int. And of course the definition of this is prime is clearly mentioned over here, along with the parameter that it can handle. Of course it's a new variable of the same data type, that is integer. So it is returning integer data type anyway. So it can handle integer and it can return integer. So it can handle much more than simply integer, that we can actually define. And anyway, so you see here, normal program starts with a void main, and then I'm declaring n as an integer to store the number entered through the keyboard. And clear screen is only for us as the user perspective. And I'm indicating with enter a number as the statement to uh, alert the user to enter a number, and then reading through the scanf function, storing it into the location called n in the memory, and then I am passing it to the function. Once this if condition test, so there is a function call like is prime, and this is having a parameter called n, which will probably holding some number, maybe an integer or not, no issue, whatever the number we enter. And once it is done, it is called, so the control will be transferred over to here is prime, and then it enters into this body of this, and it declares another local variable called int I, and it checks, that x is the variable which can hold the value uh, given away by n. So suppose if you enter 5, so this x will be 5. And now if x is 0 or 1, it checks, no, it is not 0 or either 1. So then it will go back to else part, and then it start executing this loop. So what is the value of x? X value is 5. So and then it starts dividing by 2. You know that uh, x mod I. So for every value starting with 2, so until uh, of the way, that is x divided by 2 is nothing but 2. So whether it is possible to divide until 2, so it tries to divide the initial value 2. So then automatically you see that it is not divisible by completely by 2, because it will have a remainder 1. So what it does is it goes to else part and returns 1. And then of course here it is having 1, that means the condition becomes true. So that is why it prints the statement, the percentage d, that is 5 is a prime number, and it will discard the else part. So, and of course after printing, you can see that it waits for a keystroke or press a key by the user. So that is why the output, you can see that it's let me run that, and I will enter 5. You can see that it's waiting for me to press a key. Until then, it will indicate that message that 5 is a prime number. I hope you have understood this program well, and thank you. Good luck.